Hi, it's Laura again at Hyperstamper. I have another journal here to show off. This is a very pretty journal. This one is 5 3/4 by 8.5, so it's a good size. I put this antique table doily, it's sort of a table runner that I cut down, and these two vintage buttons, they're iridescent, they're really quite pretty. The blue matches the vintage book from 1962. And then I put this bangle on it. It's actually a bracelet. And it's removable, so it can be worn. But I just thought I wanted to snazz this one up with a bit of bling and ribbon that matches the book cover. So let's have a little look inside. This book was cast away from the Chatham Public Library, so it still has its library card in it and its hand-stamped pocket and insert here, which I think is really funky. And everything in here, of course, is actual antique and vintage ephemera. I didn't print or use any kits or digital images or scrapbook paper. I think it's all real. A nice little journey through history. I did add some tea-dyed pages for extra journaling space. A little tiny journaling tag here with some bits of ephemera, antique ephemera, and a little journaling envelope here that I made from an antique book page. And this is a vintage botanical book page, black and white images that are really quite spectacular. And then here is another one of these lovely little hankies that I acquired. This one has the embroidery. Actually, that would have been pretty in my Easter journal, but I'm going to leave it in this one. If you want me to swap it out for a different one or anything in here, you just let me know at purchase on Etsy. I'm happy to change things out or add things for you if I can. Just a little history lesson here, and then this is from the early 1900s, The Joyous Travelers. It's a nice fuzzy cardstock paper that I love so much. This is from the 1955 Polish embroidery book, and the photography in it is just lovely. This is just an antique book page. You'll see here I found this antique fabric, and it has a rusted pin in it. So I did glue down, there's two pins facing each other there, and I glued them down to make them safe. So, but be mindful, but I loved it. They're so rusted and so old. So I just left them where they were. And then in here we have an early 50s magazine page with advertisements for hand knitting machines and this wonderful advertisement for this broadloom carpet. I love the old advertisements. I just get such a kick out of them. I love the colors. I love how cheesy they are. Just corny a go-go. Now here's probably one of my favorite photographs from this collection. It is, I think, a jalopy. It's just wonderful. I believe this family did their own photo development. I think that's why they have so many photos. This is got to be from between 1915 to 1925, I would say. And just wonderful, wonderful picture. And then just some great ephemera here. And in this pocket, I have stuffed in from 1915, Girls' Own Annual, this lovely page with this gorgeous waterfall on it. I think I'm a big fan of waterfalls. I quite love them. So that one was quite special for me. And just some more botanical pages here, the flip sides of those. And this is 1001 Household Hints, and they're actually really quite fun. Men think beads are just gimmicks. Women know what they do to beauty the neckline. Awesome. Yeah, and this is from the University of Knowledge, Renaissance art. And that's just absolutely lovely picture there. And there's a page from a children's book, the Peter Pan title page. So much fun. There's another one. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? That's the Pinky, the painting Pinky. And again, this is a 1937 print of a already very old painting, famous painting. And there's from the American Atlas Road Map. That's New Jersey there on that side. I'm not sure what this side is. Oh, there's a Texas border there. Inkwell, I hand stamped on there. A children's book page, which I think is very appropriate for a junk journal. Visitors from Bookland, which is what we all are. And this is just a little book page from this book, The Dynasty of Abu. And you can journal on the back there. Kind of a fun elephant image there. 1954 Theater Arts Magazine page. And this comes from an embroidery book. Just lovely. Isn't that pretty? It's very pretty. Another Pearl Shop receipt here from the 50s and a book page from the book Beloved. And here's another journaling tag I made in the sweetheart pocket. Look at this great old stamp. And here is a 1950s bingo card. Just love them. Love them. And a blank 1920s journal page or ledger page. And here is a gorgeous mountain scene here. And that is probably too much fog to see this. I guess they visited on a foggy day. Early 1900s. Now, this could be glued down here if you wanted to cover that image, but I just left it loose. And flipping over here to a 1920s music sheet. And this is from the Dog's Story, Collected Dog Stories book. Fun little image there of a dog running away from a hunter. And then this is the souvenir page from the Lincoln souvenir book from 1955, bought in Washington, D.C. And there's another one of these fabulous WatchGuard dials, which is just fabulous. This came from a cookbook, obviously. This is the tab page for appetizers. I love the pickle running away with the onion or the beet and the celery. Reminds me of those movies. Remember at intermission? This is from 1909. This chicken won a prize at the New York Fair. And that's a vintage dictionary page and a vintage stamp. And this page here is from 1856. And it's on England. Book of History. Look at this page. This is spectacular. Also from 1856, same book, Elizabeth, Queen of England. And I believe that would have been Elizabeth I. I just love that page so much. And then just more, this came from a pattern pouch. And this is an old vintage card in amongst an advertising page. At the back, I just put a little piece of vintage needlepoint and another envelope. So this is going on to Etsy now, hyperstamper.etsy.com. And don't forget to subscribe. Bye.